we're going to talk about, sadly, one of the biggest crypto gaming scams I have ever seen, potentially of all time. Like personally, I've been wrecked just thinking about making this video and covering this story. So honestly, if you'd rather just shield your eyes and turn away so you don't have to look at this horrible, disturbing garbage, I've given you fair warning. We're talking about Hamster Kombat, which I have not played myself, but here's a quick clip from Cointelegraph.
Tapping on a hamster with the hope of making money out of thin air? That's how millions of people around the world are spending their time.
There you go. It's basically a clicker game, just like, most of us grew up on something like Cookie Clicker. You tap a bunch, get some points, and then you spend those points so that your tapping means more. And as the video pointed out, millions of people are spending their time doing this. The game has claimed up to 300 million players. Of course, some of those are going to be bots, but even if 2/3 of those are bots, it's still 100 million people around the world. So why are they doing this? Well, it's because of its predecessor on Telegram, the Notcoin. I never played this game, but it's the original clicker game on Telegram, where according to their website, people made an airdrop of $500 to $1,000 worth of their crypto token. So of course, when other things blow up in crypto, what does everyone else try to do? Well, they try to copy their same formula. So Hamster Kombat comes out as the next big clicker game. People have seen Notcoin. Hey, if they're telling their friends, I made $500 to $1,000 just tapping this game, which even for me in a wealthy country, that could be pretty meaningful to paying off some debt or fixing my car or whatever. But of course, so much more important to those who are living in extreme poverty in the world, making less than $100 a month. There's millions, if not billions of people who are in that situation looking to climb out of poverty. And you can clearly see that as we go to the Twitter of this game. This is a couple days before they're supposed to launch their crypto token. People have been playing this game for months. So what are people talking about? Of course, not the fun of the game, not how cool the game is. They're saying things like list at 8 cents just for 10 minutes. I beg you. And after 10 minutes, you can let it go pretty much to zero because I just want it to be high enough to sell and make enough money for it to be worth it. 50 cents and everyone goes home happy, right? Hamster about to be the biggest airdrop in history. Bookmark this tweet. Trust me on this. The only way you can redeem yourself is by setting up a good listing price at least $1. If that doesn't happen, forget it. You'll lose a lot of CEOs in season 2. And that CEOs is what they called their hamsters, their players. You have to upgrade your CEOs by clicking all that stuff. 10 cents, please let it list at 10 cents so I can sell all my coins. Of course, to the disappointment of many players, instead of like Notcoin giving him $500 to $1,000, Crypto News reports Hamster Kombat players may barely get $10 after a chaotic airdrop. The Hamster Kombat token will come out on September 26, which for me is yesterday. If for you watching this video is probably further in the future. Predictions put the token price anywhere between 1/10 of a cent and 7 cents, suggesting that investors who hold 1,000 hamster tokens will earn as little as $1. And the hamster airdrop was marred by controversy with allegations that the team prioritized influencers. Only 43% of users, or 131 million people who played the game since its March 26th launch as a mini app, received the hamster airdrop. Some 2.3 million users were banned for cheating, which out of 300 million players, you're telling me there was only 2.3 million users botting or cheating or multi-accounting? I mean, give me a break. I know very little programming. I could have made a bot to click a freaking hamster. Also, at the last minute, there was an announcement that 11% of their 60 billion tokens allocated to the community members will be locked for 10 months. If you don't know what that means, 11% of their tokens that they earned aren't going to be able to be sold or claimed for 10 months. So they can still sell, 89%, but they're not going to be able to touch those 11%, which the team apparently never told them until just before this. So how did it go? Did everyone's dreams come true? Well, of course not. The coin listed at almost 1 cent and immediately crashed all the way down to whatever that is, 1/6 of a cent. So months and months of these people playing this game only to earn a few bucks, which again, you might be sitting here thinking, what kind of stupid people would waste their time on this crypto garbage? But you got to remember, most of these people are just looking to make money for their family. They're looking to provide for their family. I mean, seriously, just let that sink in for a second. There's a potential 100 million people out there that are in such a bad situation that they're willing to do whatever it takes to click on a stupid hamster to try to make money for their family. Now you might be surprised, but this story gets even more exploitative, if that's a word, and dystopian. Each and every day, Hamster Kombat is putting out Twitter videos and videos on YouTube. and I'm assuming somehow pushing their players from the game to watch them.
Hey hamsters, in today's news, Kamala Harris continues to encourage crypto business.
So why are they doing this? Well, one, they're doing crypto news, so probably they made this whole game to indoctrinate people into crypto. And secondly, they say watch every video closely to get clues that you can use later. Again, I haven't played the game. I don't know how the clues work, but what they're doing is they're getting a bunch of people who are trying to escape poverty to play their game and then interact with their social media. So of course, as someone that has done YouTube himself, I know when I see their channel, 10 million views, 12 million views, 8 million views, 9 million views, 17 million views. Holy shit, that's a lot of money that they're making. And they're making like 6 videos a week. And yes, they are running ads on these. So I came over here to ChatGPT and asked, okay, if they're making 10 million views on each video, 6 videos a week, let's say, finance videos usually make more. So $6 for per 1,000 views, upwards to $12 is the range I searched up. And with that per week, an estimated low would be $360,000. A high, $720,000, maybe even more, maybe even $1 million. Combine that with what they're making off of Twitter. Twitter payments have been a recent thing, so who knows how much they're making there. It's changing and fluctuating all the time. But let's just say they're making $500,000 to $1 million pushing people to their social media each and every week. Now, obviously, I don't know what they're doing with this money. They could just be pocketing this money. They could be using it to buy up their own crypto token to pump the price up and down and do wash trading. They might be taking that money and then turning it into ads to target people in these tier 3 countries where they can acquire users for a handful of pennies, which is perhaps how they got 300 million users, paying some of their influencers. I mean, who freaking knows? And the team is apparently anonymous from what I've searched up. I can't find who's the team behind it. So they're probably just banking all this money up. And so, of course, this is the day after their token launch. People never made as much money as they're expecting, and people are pissed. There's this huge push to block them, unsubscribe from all their social media, stop watching their YouTubes. Thanks for the cheeseburger, we resist. Hamster Kombat is the worst airdrop ever, shame on you. People wasted many days and hours playing this thing only for y'all to be rewarding them with some chicken change. Y'all disappointed them and they ain't trusting you no more. Hamster betrayed us badly. Even the crypto YouTubers are pissed off here. This is Ajay Kashyap. I don't know who he is, but he apparently has a lot of subscribers on YouTube about crypto. Was it worth it after 4 to 5 months of wasting time on it? Many users received 100, 300, or 5,000 tokens. Even at 5,000 tokens, what would that be? $30. Moreover, 12% of the tokens are locked, something the team failed to mention. 63% of total users is ineligible and put under cheating, even though most of them were genuine and real users. Is this what the community deserves after all their hard work? Hamster Kombat, where is the biggest airdrop in history you promised? Token distribution is unfair. They banned some real users, influencers getting huge airdrop versus real users getting dust. This is not a hamster, it is a scamster. I honestly don't even know how to conclude this video. There's games that aren't even crypto that have used prize pools before as a mechanic for, marketing and getting players into the door. But not like this, not to this level, not changing the rules on them so they have to play more and more, not instead, giving it to influencers and changing the rules so that they get less, not pushing people to their social media accounts so that they can rake in millions a month. And while I'm calling it a scam, I guess technically no one paid to play the game, so they didn't lose money. But they still lied to them. They still scammed them of their time. So even if it's not a scam, at best, you're exploiting people who are desperate to get out of poverty to fill up your bags of money. And those of you outside the crypto world, you're probably thinking, of course, this is what happens in all crypto games and things like that. And yeah, there's a large chunk of them. I do think there are still some games who are trying to build a real product. But there's just way too much of this happening, and I don't know. I felt the need to call it out. I don't know if this will help. So for those of you who are watching this and you're in a situation where you are trying to climb out of extreme poverty and, whatever, I don't know what that's like, but I really hope that there's other pathways forward for you that don't involve trusting these horrible games and horrible teams and anonymous scammers. Oh, God, help us. See you in the next video, I guess.